Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So I just thought I'd come in with another little sneak peek of what I've been given to work with as part of the design team, and this is launching at Hobbymaker on the 11th of February. And these are the Good Sport Decoupage toppers. So if you've had like the little dogs ones last year, the dog tails ones last year, and I think there were some fairy tale ones, sort of castles and mystical things, can't remember the name of it, but this is that same sort of theme, but obviously in the sport, the same sort of type of decoupage. So we've got on this one the races on, we've got a horse race, and obviously the car, racing car. On this one, winning swings, we've got the golfer and the cricketer. I think you're supposed to shout "How's that" when that happens, isn't it? I don't know a lot about cricket. In fact, I had to Google which was the cricket pitch for the next bit, which is embarrassing really, because it's quite big with my relatives down south. And then we've got the great outdoors with just sort of dirt biker and your hill walker, mountain climber. A shore thing where you've got your sea fisherman and your yachting. Beautiful. A splash in time, you've got your swimmer and canoeing. You've got your champions, so you've got your tennis and your runner. Very determined looking, this fella. On the pitch, you've got your rugby and your football. So I don't know whose kit that is, so don't ask me. Maybe it's England, I don't know. I really don't know, I don't know football. And then you've got lastly on your bike, where you've got your push bike cycling and your motor racing. Is it motocross? I don't know if that's the same thing, but that's that. And then you've got, of course, your brilliant background pad, which is in the same theme, and it'll be called the same, that Good Sport. So this, I'm googling, looks like the cricket pitch, but as always they're double-sided. So we've got that on the other side. Then you've got your race track, which could be for your bike or your car, and your tyre marks. And your sort of horse racing. I've got 4 of each sheet here, but I don't know what's going to be in the book itself. Probably the same, maybe a little bit more. And then you've got your little golf course with your little golf buggy. And look at those greens, that Argyle is it called, I think. Then you've got your swimming, the sea. I'm sure we'll see some more of those in a minute. You've got your running track or your race track with your nice pattern on the back. Then I'm guessing these are the hill walkers and the mountain climbers. Could be a fisherman as well, I guess. Beautiful sky on that side. And this one is definitely a sea fisherman. Your lighthouse and your waves. And you've got your tennis court. Lovely pattern, like that, nice and fresh. Again, this could be your hill walking or your running. And you've got your leaves on the back. I'm guessing this is for your dirt biker, but again could be your runner. Your little stones, and there's that swimming one we saw before. I think we've seen that one before, and I think this one, I'm guessing that's football, is it? There you go. But those are all of the papers that I have. There may be more, there won't be less. But that's just an idea, a little taste of what is in this kit. Like I say, launching on Hobbymaker on the 11th. But what I'm going to do now is just pop all this to the side and put a quick card together. Okay, so I've got a piece of Inkme cardstock, which is 6 by 11. I've cut this out of the, I've got a pack of A4. And then I've got a piece that's 8 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to bring in the scoreboard. And I'm going to score at 2, 4 1/2, and then just turn that around, do the same on the other side. So 2, 4, 4 1/2, and then this one here I'm going to score at 4 1/4, and that will just be a little tent fold card that goes in the middle. Now, before I do any burnishing of any of these down, what I want to do is bring in my trimmer and I'm going to pop this in at the inch mark on this side, and then I'm going to bring in my blade at the 4-inch mark, and I'm going to cut from 4 to 7, and I'm just going to turn that over and do the same back, so 4 to 7. And then if I pop this in at the 4-inch mark on this side, and what I can do is just take that more or less up to the inch mark. Yeah, I think we're there. And then if I go all the way along without cutting, I should be able to do the same on this side. And they should meet, or I can just tidy that up with a knife. And then the same again, turn it round. Just going to go up to that 1-inch mark. And again on this one. And if I pop that out of the way, because I shouldn't need that again, just bring in my knife, just pop that out. And that one there, I did go a little bit over there, but I don't think it will show on the main card. Okay, so now we can come along and burnish these down. So these ones I'm just going to fold in, and again on the other side I'll just fold those in. Now this little one here, what that needs to do is to come forward, so just give that a crease over, and again it's coming over again. So that's going to give us our bit that's going to pop up, which is going to give us our floating screen. So the actual finished shape is going to look like that. So you've got a sort of ziggy-zaggy sort of pattern. Okay, so I've already cut a lot of these panels already. I'm hoping I won't need any more. And I've also decoupaged up my little cricketer with some of the layers. I haven't put them all on, but I have put a lot of them on. So let's start with some glue and a dotted tape pen. So these panels here are all 2x6, so I've just taken 2 notches off that on 2 sides for the gold, and there's actually 6 of these. 2, 4, 6, yeah. So, sorry, Henry is just having a little bark. Where's the rest of them gone? There's one there, one there, one on the other side, and then put these bits out. So those go onto there. I'll give you the sizes on that in a minute. I want 2 of these for the outside, so those will go there. Now I was just remembering which way I did this picture. I think it is that way, yeah. Okay, so let's pop those 2 out of the way. So what I'm trying to get is a sort of stadium sort of effect, where you've got this sort of stadium around the outside. So let's go ahead and get these glued on. So again, I'm using construction glue. You know how I like my wet glues, and a dotty tape pen for the best combination for me of floatability and stickability. So let's pop that one onto there. So just pop these on, and apologies, it's going to be a shorter video because I have got behind with my making, so I did want to show you them, but I'm just not going to have time to do all of my demonstrations on my cards, so but you will see them on Pinterest and Facebook and things. Just go on to there. And the inspiration for this one, this is a card I saw on Jambi's Pinterest feed. She also has a video. I think her sizes are slightly different. I have made my centre card a little wider, and I have kept it at a 6-inch length. Mainly because, you know, I think it's what I'm used to doing. So if I don't have to cut it down, if there's no particular reason to cut it down, I just won't. I will keep it at a 6-inch card. So now these I'm just going to pop in. Now originally I did start doing this on a piece of green adorable scoreable, but I just felt that, because I'm also, you would need to cover this side as well, and I just felt, because the adorable scoreable is all green on the inside, which is perfect and looked really lovely, I have to be honest, but it just felt a little thick on the outside. So in order to keep the card folding nicely, that's why I went back to the white card. So these just matting and layering as we would normally do. You can see it's starting to get the look of that stadium, and this would work for any of those ones. You know, there's a football stadium, I think there's a rugby stadium, although saying that, it would work for any of them, because you could have that whole, you know, that bike. Sorry, that one's just not quite straight, just pick that up. Best thing about this glue is that you do get that bit of wriggle in time. Okay. Put that way a little bit. I think that's a bit better. No, it's not. There we go. That is a bit better. Okay, sorry, you know I'm going to faff about my layers when it's going off to Hunkydory. And then that one is onto there. Now what I'm going to do is just turn that over. Now Jambi, she puts a panel in here and on here and on here. I'm only going to do these two panels because I need somewhere to write down what I've used to make the card. I'm not going to be able to write on there very easily once the card's assembled, so that's why I've kept these two panels bare. But it's up to you whether you want to decorate them or not. You might want to put an insert paper on there or something like that. But the reason why I've decorated these two is because when this card is in an envelope, these are the two that you see. Okay, so just be aware of that. This one on. And like I say, these panels are all 2 notches under the 6 by 2 notches under the 2 for the gold, and then another 2 notches on 2 of the sides for the paper. So that would be 5 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches if you work in inches like me. Now I'm not going to do any further decoration to these outside panels because you will see a little bit of the card, well you'll see in a minute when I decorate it, through. So, but you could easily take some of the layers of decoupage and put that on the front if you wanted to, or even another sentiment, sub-sentiment, mum, dad, whatever, whoever you're sending this to. But so far that is how our card is looking. So let's take our little piece here. So this was folded at 4 inches and then 4 1/4. So I just took 2 notches off that for the gold. So I don't know why I put quite so much dotty on there. And I just took a plain insert. If I had any of the, yeah, that's the insert. If I had any of the Perfect Poetries for birthday or the insert pad in the gold, I would use it, but I don't. So I've just taken a plain piece of insert from one of my other kits. So I could stamp on there, I could write a message, whatever, on there. So again, coming in with this. I'm hoping it's going to be easier once it's decorated to attach it on, rather than to try and decorate it when it's flapping. Just up a little bit. I'm needing a new blade in my trimmer. It's getting a bit, even the cardstock was a bit fluffy today, so I'll swap that over after I finish this card. And then we're going to pop the middle of that cord, or I don't know what they call it. Is it a cord? Pitch, cricket pitch. Like I say, I should know, my cousin is very into his cricket. So again, I'm going to use some of these dots on this piece here. So this is the reason why you want that coming forward. Okay, so just pop some dots there. And then I'm going to pop my construction glue in this middle piece. And then this is going to come in over the top. Now the length of it is pretty much exactly what the length is. But what we want to do is just try and get that equally between those two, and then that's what we're going to have, is that pitch popping up. Now I can come in with this guy, who I'm going to call Andrew, because well, both of my cousins, actually Andrew and Lee, I think are quite into their cricket, but Andrew, I know, still does something with his local branch in the, I think he's like, you know, on the board there or something. But let's pop Andrew in. There he goes. He's probably not in the right place in the pitch, but that's no problem. And then we've got a sentiment for this one, which is quite cool. It says, "Have a wicket day." So let's bring this one in, and I think we'll go with these 2mm ones. Need to cut that down a bit. And then I've got a couple of gems. I know it's a boy's card, but actually let's use this glue. Just give it a good little spread over. And then we could come in here, or we could come in over here. I think I'm going to come over here. Have a wicket day. So like I say, that would all fold in there. It would be a chunky envelope because look, I've put all of those layers on. But you could always have him flat on the inside and then have it layered up over the top. You could do that. Let's bring in these greens. Oh, got one escaping. And I'm going to go with these sort of fresh green. Oops, I've lost them. One there, and we'll have two there, and then we'll just have one on that side there. I think if I was making this card again, I think I would do him flat, and then maybe have that topper coming over the top. But it's still one of those different sort of cards. You do get that sort of full surround look at it. It is quite a nice one for this theme, I think. It really fits in. But that is going to be the card for that one. So like I say, just one card on this video. That's going to be it. And it's coming up on the 11th at Hobbymaker. So don't forget to keep your eyes peeled if you like this kit. There will be another video, but it'll probably just be one card again. But thanks for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.